Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made these really cute leg warmers. They work up really quickly and use basic stitches like single crochet, double crochets and half double crochets. Let's get right into it. To start, make a slip knot and chain the length you want your leg warmer to be. For my leg warmers I chained 50, but in this demonstration I'll be using a smaller number so I can demonstrate the stitches to you. After you've chained the length that you want, we're going to add 3 more chains, and this is to create the height of the double crochet. To start row 1, we're going to make 1 double crochet into the 4th chain from our hook. So yarn over, insert your hook into the chain, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and pull through 2 again. And this is 1 double crochet. You're going to repeat this into every chain until the end of the row. At the end of every row, we're going to turn our work. There are 2 methods of starting a new row. The easiest one is to simply chain 3 as shown. You can then crochet into the first stitch and into all the other stitches as normal. The second method is called a standing double crochet. Pull up a loop around the height of a double crochet and use your middle finger to hold the loop on your hook as you rotate your hook under your yarn. Insert your hook into your stitch, pull up a loop, and then pull through 2, and pull through 2 again just like you're making a double crochet. To start row 2, you're going to make your double crochet in the first stitch. After that, we're going to make our double crochet stitches in the back loops only. You're going to set your hook between your loops and towards the back of your work. Continue making double crochets in the back loop only until you reach the end of the row. At the end of the row, you'll see the 3 chains we added initially. We're only going to crochet into the stitch for this first row only. To do this, insert your hook into the front and then rotate your hook under the chain. So yarn over, insert your hook into the front loop, rotate your hook under the chain, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and pull through 2 again. Turn your work and start your new row however you prefer. So in your very first stitch, you're going to make a double crochet as normal, and then in every stitch until there's 1 left, we're going to make your double crochets in the back loop only. In your final stitch, you can make a double crochet as normal. Repeat row 3 until your piece is large enough to go around your cuffs, and then we're going to turn it into a tube. For a seamless join, I recommend having an even number of rows in total. Fold your pattern in half and line up with each other. It's okay if they don't line up perfectly as long as you've got the same stitch count on both sides. We're going to single crochet both sides together, so insert your hook back into the last stitch of row 26, and then you're also going to insert it into the top of our chain 3 knot of the first double crochet. Then yarn over, pull up a loop and pull through 2 loops on your hook. Repeat this until you reach the end of the row. After this, pull up your loop a little bit so it doesn't come out too easily, and then turn your leg warmer inside out. We're now going to crochet along the top of the hem. You need to be making 2 single crochets per double crochet, so you can insert your hook into any stitch that sees fit as long as you're repeating it for every single stitch. I made 26 rows of double crochet, so counting along my hem, I should have 52 single crochets. At the end of the row, we're going to slip stitch into our first single crochet. So to do this, insert your hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, and use that loop to pull through the one that's already on your hook. Once you're done, you can cut off your yarn. Attach your yarn to the other side of your leg warmer and repeat the same process of crocheting into the side of the double crochets. Make a slip stitch to the first single crochet and then fasten off. Next we're going to make the ruffles on the end of our leg warmer, so attach pink yarn to your work and we're going to chain 4. Our ruffles are made with something called stretch double crochet, which is really similar to a normal double crochet, except when you insert your hook into your stitch and pull up a loop, you're going to pull your loop up as tall as you possibly can and then finish your double crochet as normal. We're going to make 2 stretch double crochets into the first stitch. Counting our chain, that makes 3 stretch double crochets. In the next stitch we'll make 2 stretch double crochets, and the one after that we'll make 3 stretch double crochets, and we'll repeat this pattern until we reach the end of the row. And once we reach the end of the row, we're going to slip stitch to the 4th chain and then fasten off. We're now going to start working on our bow. Start by chaining 20 and then add an extra 3 chains as our turning chain. We're then going to make a double crochet into the 4th chain from our hook and then into every chain afterwards. Turn your work and start the new row however you see fit, and then we're going to crochet into every single stitch on this row, including the chain 3 from our first chain. We're going to use half double crochets for this part. So yarn over, insert your hook into the 3rd stitch from your hook and pull up a loop, and then pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Repeat this until you reach the end of the row. Make sure you leave a long tail here because we're going to need it later. I use pom-pom makers, but if you don't have any, you can use a tutorial shown below. leaving a long tail before your slip knot, chain 40, and then leave a long tail at the end as well. This is so we can sew the pom-pom onto the chain. Find the center thread that's holding the pom-pom together, and we're going to sew our chain onto the pom-pom with the help of this thread. Once you're done, trim off all your excess ends. Repeat for your other pom-pom. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you make your own leg warmers, I would love to see it, so please feel free to tag me on TikTok and on Instagram. I'm at crochetforthegirlies on both those platforms. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!